What's up, guys? It's Mike here. Listen, I am going to react to the new single out by Tom McDonald called The Fighter. Yeah, it's so if you want to see other videos of Tom McDonald that I reacted to, which is only one, it's right here. Click that and you can watch my reaction to that video. Now, let's jump into this and I'll give you a reaction after I watch this video with you guys.
Up against the odds, running out of time, only got one shot. When it's really do or die, when your back's against the wall, when you fighting for your life, do you believe in you or not? I'm a believer, I believe. I'm a believer, I believe. Second guessing every breath, I'm full of questions. Passes full of cigarettes, alcohol and depression. Therapists and all the different pills can get expensive. All this bottled up aggression, I'm too old to get arrested. Almost died trying to get here. Got high through my best years. Got sober, then I relapsed, then I cleaned up, got my head clear. Sometimes it feels like there ain't to believe in, but I believe that we're out here for a reason. You don't think you're a fighter, but I know you are. And you are a liar if you say you are. You don't think that you're worth it, but I think you're wrong. And I think you're perfect the way that you are. Tired from the pressure I put on myself for years. Tired from my 20s, the whiskey bottles and beers. Tired of smiling while I've been holding back tears. But I believe I can do it, so I'm here. I'm a believer, I believe. I'm a believer, I believe. I've been told I have a death wish, no one's interested. Cold and too aggressive, close to hypertension. I'm broken from the pressure, explosive with my temper. I'm sober, but I'm stressing and hoping it gets better. Am I falling off? Should I give it up or put it all on pause? Let go of this dream so I can visit home and talk to mom? Maybe all I need's another Instagram post with a quote about believing in yourself when you're low. You don't think you're a fighter, but I know you are. And you are a liar if you say you are. You don't think that you're worth it, but I think you're wrong. And I think you're perfect the way that you are. Maybe I'm weaker, and I know I've lost before, but I'm a believer. Nothing is impossible. I'm a believer, I believe. I'm a believer, I believe. You don't think you're a fighter, but I know you are. And you are a liar if you say you are. You don't think that you're worth it.
Yeah, I'm sorry I had to bust in here. Okay, so it looks like he's talking from the third person. He's actually talking, not himself trying to relay his message to you, but his message that he received from God. You know, open it up. You don't think you're worthy. You don't think you're this, but I think you're a fighter. You're better than you think you are. I know what you are. You're my child, right? So he's relaying the message he received from God. That's the way I look at it. He's telling him, hey, you're not a loser. You're not all these things that you think you are, but you're my child and you're a fighter. I believe. And then he says, I believe in you. So actually it's his come to Jesus so to speak. I guess that's when he's going to put out another video. Is that right? I guess. 11, 18, 22. So my reaction to this is he's trying to relay two messages, what I think. One is actually he believed in himself. He's, went through this struggle with addiction. He went back into it, came back out of it. And he's portraying himself as a fighter. The way it looks to me is that I'm a Christian. He professes himself as a Christian, He doesn't come out and say, I'm a believer like in Jesus Christ. Okay. He doesn't say that name. I don't use that name. I like the name of truth. Okay. That's what I use. I don't use Jesus or Christ or whatever, but he says he's a Christian. A lot of his music tends to follow that line, that implied reaction like this. He's in the church. He doesn't say he's in a church. He's got the garb on, and he's saying that come as you are. That's kind of like the backdrop of the whole gospel, is that you don't have to do anything to come to Christ. You don't have to do all these prayers and go to church on Sundays and do all these religious languages or a religious type of, I got to do this, this, and this, and this, and then I got to do this, this, and this, and if I get all my ducks in a row, then I'll make it. He's just kind of saying that, come as you are, you're okay, it doesn't matter. People in church are a mess anyway. I mean, that's why they're there, because they want to, find some kind of relief. People judge people in church or Christians or whatever you want to call them, like they're a bunch of hypocrites. Well, yeah, they actually are, because they go there because they want to help themselves, and they stumble and they fall, just like this guy says. But yeah, so, it's like one of them things where you have to read into it, right? He's not going and, bringing out like a Christian a song. He's just kind of using backdrops. Obviously there's a connotation to him having an accident in an automobile. He probably found himself again. He goes through all these trials and tribulations, which we all do in life. I mean, there's an old saying is, you're either going into a tribulation, you're going through a tribulation, or you're coming out of a tribulation, right? There's no time in your life where everything is actually perfect. You're in this ebb and flow all the time. And trust me, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you think you are in life. You're going through these tribulations. It's just, there's no way out of it. People want to say, well, I want to live perfect. I want to be righteous. I want to have a wonderful life like you see on TV, where everything goes great. And then you find out all these actors, they got drug problems, or they're in divorces for the 20th time, and they commit suicide, yada yada. Their life's a mess, right? So life is not a perfect, you can't put yourself in this perfect box with the nice ribbon drawn around it. There's just no way. It's not happening like that. And so we all go through these tribulations, and you look back at a trial or tribulation, and I'd like you guys to comment that if you look back on your tribulation, you look back on your problem, and then you look at it and say, well, that's not a big deal. I got through that. Well, that's how you build these foundational stones in your life. I don't mean to be preaching at you, but I'm just kind of following along with his text here, that, he's went through he's only 34 years old, and he goes through all these situations in life. And obviously he's only at 34. If he doubles that, he's got quite a bit long ways to go at, being, 70 years old or whatever, 68. But you just build these foundational blocks in your life. That's what you build, these cornerstones. Yeah, I went through this situation, like he says, I went through a drug addiction, one cornerstone, and then I got over that. Another cornerstone was, his trials and tribulations from being a wrestler and going through all that, and then getting out of that, building another cornerstone, and then jumping into the rap music scene and being his own target, with on his back, as he says, and he's building another corner. That's what you do. You build these cornerstones in your life. That way, when you go through another trial and tribulation in your life, you have these foundational stones that don't move. They're not built on sand, okay, where water and wind and waves can push them around and disassemble them. They're actually built on a firm foundation. So when you're laying, block upon block upon block in your life, you're actually building on a structure from these experiences you went through in life. And basically, that's how it's done. I mean, you don't sit back and cry and whine. You say, hey, I've been through this before. And trust me, I've been through a lot of trials and tribulations and errors. And, man, someday if you guys want me to talk about it, just leave it in the comment section. Mike, we want to hear your story. I could tell you some stuff that would just absolutely blow your freaking minds. But I've been through them. They were my cornerstones that I use, okay? So basically, that's what you look back at. Say, I overcame that. It looked like a long trial and tribulation. I hated it. I went through some, this, that, and this, like he was saying. And then you get back and you say, this is a piece of cake what I'm going through now. I'm gonna build this wall on this. And that's how you go with life. You just pick yourself up. You tie your bootstraps or whatever you want to call it. You pull your pants up, you get dressed, and you go forward. But I mean, it's good to listen to. It's not one of them, headbanger jamming music that you go to, I'm going to go to work, or I feel good today. I'm at the beach, or, I'm walking through the woods. Or it's just one of them things that you just listen to. It's not, I don't put it on my playlist. Okay. It's a good song. I mean, I don't have any problem with it. So you guys comment. I appreciate it. You guys did a great job commenting on my last video on this. And this, I don't really, in this channel, really react to music. But when I came into the Sheeple song, it kind of hit my genre on this channel. What I talk about politics. I talk about family. I talk about finance and that type of thing. So it kind of goes with my belief system. So you guys have a wonderful day. I appreciate you listening to me chatter in here. You guys comment, like, share, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.
I'm on the run, I've got no alibi for what I've done. Took what you treasure, and I'm never gonna give it up.